What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Goods, XY Big Z. You already know the vibes. Let's get to the content, man. Listen, we're gonna talk about Kanye West. Kanye, we gotta have a conversation real quick, Kanye. We gotta talk about these allegations that they got against you, because it's looking crazy for you out there, dog. I ain't gonna lie. It's looking crazy for you out there, yeah. There's a bunch of new allegations coming up on Kanye West, and he's being sued for allegedly calling his employees new slaves. It's a wild time for people right now, man. And listen, we in the land of the era of the time of the generation and all that, where people just can't get away with the bullshit no more, man. If you doing weirdo shit out there, you gonna get called out, and 2024 seems to be the time of it, dog. And it's crazy to see how things are. We know that we went through the whole Diddy shit. The whole Diddy thing was crazy within itself. But hey, let's talk about this one, man. We gonna keep it mature and understand that all of these are allegations for the time being, bro. So this video that I'm gonna watch is by Law and Crime Sidebar with Jesse Weber. And if you wanna check them out, you can check out the full video. It's gonna be in the description, man. But we gonna go through these 11 disturbing Kanye West accusations in his new lawsuit, man. We gonna talk about it, man. Let's go.
There is a new lawsuit that was filed against Kanye West, or Ye. And this lawsuit, let me just tell you, the allegations are just insane. This centers around Donda Academy, the purported K-12 Christian private school out in California that was founded by West in 2022. Now, this latest legal action comes after several former employees have filed civil suits against West in 2023. A mother and daughter who both worked at the school claimed that the school failed to acknowledge their complaints after, quote, multiple health and safety violations, as well as unlawful educational practices. They also allege racial discrimination and said that they were fired in retaliation for some of their health reports. But this lawsuit, it was filed out in Los Angeles by a man named Trevor Phillips, who worked at Donda Academy. And Phillips is suing West, Donda Academy, West's Yeezy entities, and 1 to 100 unnamed co-defendants for discrimination, hostile work environment, retaliation, labor code violations, wrongful termination, intentional infliction of emotional distress, and breach of contract. He claims that West treated black staff worse than white staff.
Yo, say it ain't so, yay. Say it ain't so. Say it ain't so, bro. Like, come on, yay. I really hope you ain't doing this, dog.
And in particular, targeted Phillips, a black man, and showed him, quote, complete and utter disdain. Quote, Phillips also witnessed Kanye spew forth hate, profess anti-Semitic tropes and lies, threaten the LGBTQ community, and even on one occasion almost sexually stimulate himself. Once Phillips pushed back against Kanye's bigotry and instructions to violate the law, he became an even bigger target. Kanye's ill will towards the plaintiff ultimately culminated in a vulgar lashing in front of school children and their parents. Kanye even threatened Phillips with physical violence.
So what makes this bad for Kanye is the fact that we've all witnessed Kanye do like crazy weird shit, right? And I don't necessarily want to call it weird shit. We just all witnessed him do crazy, which is like spazzing out on paparazzi, spazzing out on people, going on these rants. Like, we've witnessed Kanye West be unhinged.
Talk to anyone I know at all, and tell everybody never talk to anyone. Anyone don't talk to themselves. Don't talk ever again.
With that said, like, them adding words to this thing, like saying, you know, harassment, you know, and all this stuff, like, it makes it a pretty bad look for him, dog. I ain't even gonna front with you. That's a pretty bad look. It ain't looking good.
The suit begins with Phillips explaining how he was hired by West, and he was placed on a team called the Vertically Integrated Crew, or VIC. And the first red flag was about payment. So Kanye allegedly told the VIC, quote, I can't have you guys working without paying you. And according to Phillips, Kanye then told the team that he expected them to work 60 to 80 hours a week and promised to pay them $100 per hour. However, Phillips says that Kanye ultimately paid Phillips substantially less than $100 per hour.
Damn, 60 to 80 hours a week. Hey, let's pocket watch real quick. See how much they was supposed to make, and let's see if this was worth it. What we got? We got 60. Let's just say they worked 80, dog. We gonna say 80 out of 100. So they was supposed to make $8,000 in 1 week, dog. $8,000 in 1 week if they worked the 80 hours. So listen, Honestly, bruh, I see why they took it. And to get substantially less, it depends how active that word substantially is, man. You know, even if he was like, yeah, I'm gonna give you 80 an hour, you still kind of doing good, dog. I'm just saying.
Now, this was a verbal agreement. We'll get to that in a minute.
See, right there and then, dog. If y'all in here and y'all learn anything about business and y'all learn anything about agreements, don't do the verbal agreements, y'all. Stop with the verbal agreements. Make real agreements. I don't care if y'all friends. I don't care if y'all cool homies, whatever the case may be. Just stop with the verbal agreements, dog. Get your shit written down on paper, people.
That payment may have been impacted was because of Kanye's public comments. And the lawsuit reminds us what those public comments were. For example, back in October of 2022, you might remember that Kanye tweeted to his tens of millions of followers, quote, "I'm a bit sleepy tonight, but when I wake up, I'm going DEFCON 3 on Jewish people." Phillips says shortly thereafter, Twitter removed the statement, locked Kanye out of his account. And then he doubled down on that rhetoric in a series of interviews saying things like, quote, "Jewish underground media mafia," and how, quote, "every celebrity has Jewish people in their contracts." Quote, "Jared Kushner is an example of how the Jewish people have their hand on every single business that controls the world." Businesses had cut ties with him like,
yo, they diabolical for using this photo of Kanye every time they talk about the evil shit. Every time they talk about the evil shit, yo, they using this picture of Kanye with these contacts on, yo.
he claims that West allegedly spewed Jewish conspiracy theories at Donda Academy. And Phillips, on several occasions, says that he witnessed Kanye preach to his staff obscenities such as, quote, "The Jews are out to get me," and, quote, "The Jews are stealing all my money." Now, a little side note as we hear about these allegations of what West said, I got to tell you, based on his public comments that are out there for all of us to hear and read, it's really not that much of a stretch to believe he said these new remarks.
And that's what I'm saying. This is why I'm saying, like, a lot of this, whatever's in this lawsuit, a lot of it gonna go against Kanye because of the shit that he said in the past and the way that he's acted in the past. I'm just saying.
Of course, this is a lawsuit. Phillips will ultimately have to prove it. Phillips claims that this, quote, dangerous rhetoric continued in front of school children, no less. He alleged that West started to openly discuss how he only likes to date white women in front of the children, and then told the two school children that were in front of him that he wanted to shave their heads, that he intended to put a jail at the school, and that they could be locked in cages.
Bruh, okay, man, listen, hold on, man. Hold on, listen. All right, listen, I ain't saying I don't believe this shit. I ain't saying it can't be true. Because at this point, what do we know, bruh? Anything could be anything, dog. So I ain't going on a limb to say that I don't believe none of this shit. I ain't saying none of that. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, this shit is crazy, dog. Like, I don't even understand the amount of insanity you have to have for you to go and tell students this type of shit. For you to even open your mouth and say some type of shit like this to kids don't make no sense to me. And for you to be Kanye West at that, you're Kanye West, and do this is crazy. So sorry for me if it seems a far-fetched, but we all know sometimes in these lawsuits, people be throwing shit in there, and we can't throw that to the side and forget that part. It can happen, but hey, let's continue.
Phillips also claims that West told employees in a meeting that no staff could be fat, otherwise they would be fired. Now we're gonna move.
Imagine your weight getting evaluated at your job, and just imagine being fired, bro, because you gain weight. That is crazy, yo. My man said, yo, you could not be fat at your job. You was getting fired. Now I get promoting health, but yay, there's a better way to do this, dog.
So he talks about this meeting at Nobu. And it's described by Phillips, dedicated several pages of the complaint to this. This was back in December 2022, only a few weeks when Phillips is on the job. And Phillips describes how West invited him to meet him at the Nobu Hotel in Malibu to talk about business. And this was actually documented in a text exchange with West. He embedded the text conversation in the lawsuit.
Damn, my man came with the receipts, dog. Okay, this is the first set of receipts that he got. He got the text message and it mentions Nobu.
And he says that he shows up around 9:40 p.m. West is wearing the same outfit that he wore during his InfoWars interview with Alex Jones, the jacket. Remember, he wore that ski mask on his head? Well, he says that he had it in his hand. And he shows up to the Nobu Hotel like this. And Phillips says this is bizarre. They're taken to one of the rooms in the hotel. And West starts talking about how he wants to fire a Donda Academy employee. Well, according to Phillips, he tries to defend the guy. And West allegedly barks back, no, he is fired, don't defend him. West allegedly grabs the hotel phone and tells the operator, quote, I asked you to put on Batman, come put on Batman now. Yes, the 2022 Batman movie starring Robert Pattinson and Zoe Kravitz. So then Phillips recounts that the hotel staff put the movie on for West, and West basically mutes the movie, and he and Phillips watch it in complete silence.
Yo, nigga, what the fuck? Bro, they got Kanye sounding like a menace out here, bro. Yo, this is wild, man. What the fuck is going on in Hollywood, dog?
According to Phillips, West then just breaks the silence by going into an unprovoked tirade against Jewish people, calling them miserly. West allegedly said, these Jews are greedy. I hate Jewish people. Adidas did me wrong. And then he said, allegedly, Hitler was great. Hitler was an innovator.
Dog, I ain't gonna lie. The shit they saying about Kanye making him look wild crazy right now, dog. And listen, for Kanye's sake, I really hope you ain't do these things. I really hope you ain't say these things. You got these things going on and nobody gonna believe anything otherwise because everybody just believe this is what you do and it's how you act.
He invented so many things. He's the reason we have cars. So then Phillips says that he responded with, well, if Hitler was so great, then what about the Holocaust? West allegedly responds with, that was fake. He goes on to say Hitler was a good person. The Jewish people are bad and they run America and Chinese people run them. The Zionist Jews are out to get me. They are a part of human sex trafficking. The Jews are working with Adidas to freeze up my money to try and make me broke. The Jews can't stop me. Adidas can't stop me. I will be the richest person in the world.
Okay, let's play a little devil's advocate here, dog. I think what we're seeing here is Kanye has an issue with a specific group of people who are directly tied with Adidas and all these other places he does business with. I think that they just so happen to be Jewish. So I think Kanye kind of just puts all that together and in his mind, they're all evil. Like they trying to stop me from making my money. They trying to stop my deals. Adidas did me wrong, this and this and that. I think it's just all tied to that group of people because they just so happen to be that. Kanye has always been like an unhinged individual, dog. We done seen him do crazy shit all the time. We done seen him go on these kind of rants. So when people read stuff like this, it's not far-fetched. People will believe it. And that's one of the things he has going against him. It doesn't look good at all.
But then the attention turns back to the Batman movie that was playing. So Phillips claims that West said, quote, you look like Zoe Kravitz. Yeah, you look like her, but not like that. You were handsome like in a Lenny Kravitz type of way.
Daddy, chill.
What the hell is even that?
So Phillips says that he was very uncomfortable during all of this, but then says it only got weirder. Quote, just a few moments later, while lying flat on the bed and staring up at the ceiling, Kanye began to make slow up and down motions with his hand just above his genitals.
Bro, what? What? Come on, man.
According to Phillips, West then says how he used to have multiple sex parties a day and how he can't even lay down without pleasuring himself. And then West allegedly said, quote, I got to keep my hand away from my phone to keep me away from looking at pornos.
I could see that. I could see Kanye having a porn addiction. I could see him just having an addiction where he can't get away from it, where he just always has to have it. This has been mentioned in circles before. This is not a new thing. People have mentioned this, that Kanye has an addiction and he has a problem. I believe it.
Jewish people and sex. No, he says that Kanye then began threatening the LGBTQ community. Kanye said, quote, yeah, I am going for the gays. First the Jews, then the gays. Gay people are not true Christians, and gay people are controlled by Bill Gates so that they don't have children for population control. If this really did happen and Phillips was so horrified by what West was doing, why didn't he just quit, right? On one hand, he was disgusted by Kanye's bigoted rhetoric and sexual gestures, making him want to leave. But on the other hand, Phillips felt a duty to his school children, including his younger brother and also daughter, who both attended Donda Academy, not only to educate them, but also now insulate them. Leaving and being on Kanye's bad side would not help him with that goal. Moreover, Phillips was grateful for his job. It was one that his own mother had helped him get, and disappointing her was not an option.
A lot of people gonna say, you know, he could have left, he could have did that. Just just like, you know, he mentioned. But, you know, a lot of that shit is easier said than done. For you to just get up and leave your livelihood, yo, like your job, like it's not that easy, dog. I don't see how people can look at this situation and like make it that simple and cut. It's so easy to say shit like that when you're not in the situation. So I could get that. I could get why he was, you know, felt compelled to be there still.
Moving on from the Nobu meeting, Phillips says that West on one occasion admitted to Donda staff that he took $2 million of the school's budget for a Paris trip. And Phillips wondered if that was actually the school children's tuition. And while Phillips doesn't outright accuse West of this, what he is alluding to essentially is embezzlement. That is a crime in California. From there, Phillips moves on to a major theme in this lawsuit, that West treated black employees worse than white employees. During a meeting, Phillips had suggested teaching students about solar panels. West then allegedly publicly rejected that proposal in front of the staff, screaming, quote, "Solar panels? Don't ever say that again. The way you think." But according to Phillips, only a few weeks later, a white school employee raised the idea of teaching the students about solar panels, and West said, "This is genius."
Fuck no, bro. Yo, I'll be tight as shit. Imagine you coming out with an idea. This nigga telling, man, yo, dumbass, dog, don't put that idea back in your pocket, dog. And then you go see Steve over there on the other side. Yo, we should learn about solar panels. Yo, that's fucking genius. Get the fuck out of here. You gotta be fucked up. Hell no. You're not about to sit here and tell me my idea's stupid and then go tell Steve he a genius for coming out with his shit. Oh, hell no, dog. You got me all types of fucked up.
Garden boxes red. According to a text message from this employee, West approved the plan. That message was embedded in the lawsuit. However, Phillips claims that when the school children started to do it, West burst into the classroom screaming at him in front of the children, quote, "Why you got my kids painting red? Have them stop that now." So,
yo, this Donda school sound crazy, bro. I didn't know he was immediately involved like this, showing up like the damn principal and shit. Like,
how do you know this is exactly about race? Could it be that Kanye is erratic, that he changes his mind, that he has mental health issues, and maybe you can't believe what he says one minute and what he says the other? You could also say maybe West just didn't like Phillips. Maybe it wasn't because of race. So that could be a potential counter argument. He says that during his tenure, he never witnessed Kanye yell and berate a white person, but on countless occasions, he saw and or personally experienced Kanye frenziedly yell at black people. A security guard once allegedly said to Phillips, quote, "He loves white people, but why does he hate us?" And Phillips alleges that West once demanded a black campus security guard shave his dreads or threatened that he would be fired. Ultimately, that security guard resigned. From there, we move on to the theme of
Keep
Phillips
your
being a
integrity, dog.
whistleblower, complaining of illegal conduct. Remember when I said that West was trying to find new property for Donda? Well, Phillips claims that West purchased this decrepit church and neighboring building that he intended to make the home of Donda Academy. And West ordered his staff that the school open in just a few weeks, but after a site visit, Phillips knew this was impossible because the building was dilapidated. He was also concerned that it would be dangerous for the children, including his little brother and daughter. So Phillips says that he told West that the project would legally require planning and building permits, but according to Phillips, West demanded that Phillips and the team complete the renovations without any permits. Quote, Phillips recognized that this was not only illegal, but also would put the school children and staff in potentially serious danger. Phillips built up the courage and responded that they needed to get permits as required by the law. Agitated, Kanye aggressively told Phillips, quote, "If you can't do the job, I'll find someone else who can."
wow.
Phillips said that West removed him and the rest of the team from the renovation project and demoted them. And Phillips explains that he also noticed another safety hazard at Donda Academy, live electrical wires that were exposed. Says that could injure or kill the children. And he allegedly informed school officials and Kanye West, but believes nothing was ever done and that the wires could still be exposed today. In a text exchange, again, embedded in the complaint, West appears to be complaining to...
Damn, look how West talking to that dude, bro.
Why am I asking the same thing over and over? I am on some complete Hitler-level stuff, minus the gas chambers in Jesus' name. What Phillips says was a religious service at Donda. There is a choir. There is an audience of over 100 people, 40 school children, parents, churchgoers, West friends, whole thing. And out of nowhere, Phillips says that West starts screaming at the top of his lungs at him in front of everybody. Quote, "Hey, you, hey, get the F out of here. You are effing fired. Get the F out of here. You are effing fired. You are effing fired. Go tell your mother and get the F out of here."
Damn.
Then, Phillips says West's 6'9" security guard allegedly grabbed him to escort him off the property. Now, he says at one point, West's assistant allegedly intervenes and asks Phillips about the school's garden. That seems to be what maybe made West angry. So Phillips responds, "I didn't build that section. I was just watering the gardens. That was not me." So the assistant goes to speak to West, and Phillips says that West calms down, approaches him and says, quote, "Just because this looks beautiful to most people and think the garden looks good doesn't mean it is what I wanted."
So what the fuck do you want?
What more do you want from me? Oh my God.
No, what do you want, Mr. West? Like, yo, this shit is wild. This man over here treating these employees like shit. It's like, bro, what else? What do you want then, dog? I hear people we saying that like, this ain't what I want. Nigga, what do you want? Damn.
Phillips said that he was visibly shaken, that he was crying. There were tears coming down his face. And he tells West, quote, "I am so grateful you gave my mom this opportunity and me this opportunity for work." And then he points to this large growth on his neck, actually provided a picture of it embedded in the lawsuit. And he tells West, "I have this lump on my neck that my doctors have been trying to diagnose, and I have no idea what it is. I know that this job could be my last. It could be my legacy. So I come every day and put my everything into it. My daughter goes to school here, my little brother. I want to make a difference here." Now, from there, he claims that West rushed close to his face, started yelling so hard that his neck and face veins bulged and said, quote, "F you," raised his hands, pointed at Phillips' neck, and screamed, "F your neck."
What the fuck? Not fuck your neck. Nigga, oh my God, bro. Yo, dog opened up to you about a lump on his neck, and this nigga's response is fuck your neck? This nigga is diabolical, nigga. This nigga yay on another level, bro. Oh my God, bro. What in the fuck?
Then pointed at the school and said, "And F your daughter. I don't give an F about none of that."
Bro, what?
Quote, "By this time, nearly all the people attending the service were watching. Over 100 people. It included not only Phillips' own mom and daughter, but also Kanye's own friends, such as rap producer 88 Keys. I was going to punch you in the face." Even allegedly turned to his project manager named Jake and said, quote, "I was going to punch him, huh, Jake?" And Phillips says that in response, Jake looked down and just shook his head. So Phillips asked, "Why? How are you going to hurt and punch me? What did I ever do?" Kanye paused, briefly went on his phone.
Hold on, yo. This ain't funny. It's not funny. I'm laughing because it's crazy, dog. This is wild. Listen, we all know Kanye is unhinged, very unhinged. We know this, but this is not even to the point that I expected, bro. This is crazy. Do y'all understand how crazy this is right now? This is wild hearing all of this, bro. Damn.
Then, imitating the celebratory dance of Mario, Kanye jumped up with punching one fist in the air while he said, "I'm going to give you one more chance, another life. Check your phone now." And Phillips actually embeds the picture of Super Mario in the complaint, by the way. And from there,
What the fuck? Why would you do that, dog? Yo, what world are we living in, dog? I don't know what's going on. What is going on?
he talks about how West had wanted him to work on this farming project, but West allegedly texted him, "You're fired. You're not on that level." And again, of course, West would have a defense that, you know, he treated Phillips a certain way, maybe because of his work product, not because of his race. But again, even if he didn't like what Phillips was doing, if he made these comments, he's in hot legal water. So Phillips is suing West, and he's looking for a court to impose an injunction to prevent West and the defendants from owning and operating any type of educational institution for minors under the age of 18 years old in the state of California. He's also seeking economic damages for the harm that he suffered and will continue to suffer, including lost past and future income and employment benefits, damage to his career, loss of wages, overtime, unpaid expenses.
That man hitting them for everything, dog.
I will say, though, if we take all of these allegations as true, I think that this seems to be an issue of fact for a jury or a judge to decide at trial. We will see where this goes.
Hey, look, shout out to Sidebar. Long crime. You already know with Jesse Weber. That's crazy, man. I honestly didn't expect everything I saw on this. I didn't expect Kanye to be that wild. But again, these are all allegations. We don't know what's true, what's not true. But like I said, Kanye has a couple things working against him, and it's the fact that some of these things that they're saying don't seem far out of reach for him. We all know Kanye can be unhinged at times. We all know Kanye has his beliefs, and he's very strong on the beliefs that he has. And to be quite honest, man, he don't be wanting to hear nobody else shit against what he gotta say. In his mind, he's a genius, he's a revolutionary, he's a visionary. That's how he feels. His failed relationships, the whole Kim Kardashian thing with their kids, like, it's not far-fetched, man, to believe these things. But I hope these ain't true, because these allegations are crazy. And to be honest, man, I assume there could be things in there that aren't true, but his reputation almost supersedes him, man. But let me know how y'all feel about these allegations. Do y'all think Kanye did half the stuff that they talking about he did in here? Do y'all see this going anywhere? Do you think this lawsuit is crazy? Do you think this lawsuit is crazier than Diddy's lawsuit? Let me know in the comment section, man. Listen, if you haven't subscribed, make sure you go down there and hit that subscribe button. You already know, man. It's your boy Goods. BigZoeTV in the building. Let's go. Talk to y'all about the membership opportunity. If you want to support the channel, you can support the channel by becoming a member today. Listen, as a member, you get priority replies in the comments. You get access to exclusive emojis. You get an exclusive badge that lets everybody else know that you're an important member. You know, when you go to that comment section, it's like 200 comments. You don't get caught up in the mix. Your comment is at the top, and you get priority replies from me.
More.
On top of that, you get exclusive access to the videos first. That means when a new video comes out and you're like, yo, he just uploaded. Nah, the members probably saw it a day before you or hours before you. So you get first access to the uploads on the channel before everybody else. If that's something you want to do, which helps you also support the channel at the same time, go ahead and hit that join button and join the channel, man. You already know what it is. I appreciate all y'all for everything y'all do. It's your boy Goods, BigZoeTV. Let's go.